I'm here in the heart of Arlington Cemetery, where countless numbers of men and women who served our country with distinction and repose here. Their remains are here in Arlington, and you see right here on the hilltop is a solitary cross, not much different from that cross on the craggy rock in the Mojave Desert that is being attacked by the ACLU. If they are successful in convincing the Supreme Court that that cross should come down, then why wouldn't their next stop be this cross on a hill in Arlington Cemetery? Here at the marker for the grave of one of America's great military heroes, really an extraordinary man, General John J. Pershing, who was given the auspicious title of General of the Armies of the United States. This was one of the highest ranks ever awarded to a military leader in our country. And the reason I point it out is, of course, John J. Pershing was the heroic general of World War I. And he lies here, his remains, atop a hill in the middle of Arlington Cemetery, a national United States cemetery. And as you can see on his grave marker, there is a cross. And of course, it is the cross that has been attacked in the federal courts by the ACLU and their allies. They want crosses eliminated from national sites, from federal properties, which of course Arlington Cemetery qualifies as both. And here lies the remains of a man who really embodies the definition of leadership, of military prowess, and of sacrificial defense of our American way of life, our ideals and principles espoused in the Constitution, declared in the Declaration of Independence. It's almost like we're getting an honorary flyover right now as we remember this great American. And there are other aspects to General Pershing's life you just need to know about. For example, his command of the African American forces in the Army. What an extraordinary story for the period that he lived in, and he would be denigrated, insulted for that. I don't even want to tell you the title he was given derogatorily by those who harbored prejudice and bigotry. Eventually, it was more kindly adapted to Blackjack, but you get the drift of that. In any case, will the ACLU now visit General Pershing's grave and etch out, sand off, chisel away this cross? Or if it's just religious symbols, the many stars of David that you see on the graves of our great Jewish veterans in this national cemetery, it really does open the door for that. So I want you to read what we're writing about this, because the implications of this case are enormous, and it's not decided yet. Remember, the Supreme Court has heard oral arguments. They are reading the briefs, the written documents that have been filed with the court, but they won't render a decision for some time, and they won't publish it until sometime in 2010. It could be as early as January or as late as June. I need to talk to you very quietly because it's the custom to be silent and respectful here at this particular place, where over my shoulder is the single white cross, solitary cross, that marks the grave of Senator Edward M. Kennedy, the most recent Kennedy brother to be interred here at Arlington National Cemetery. Just in the distance is the grave of his brother, President John F. Kennedy, marked by a distinguished Latin cross in his marker. And then just a short distance, another solitary white cross on a hillside marking the grave of Senator Robert Kennedy. the three Kennedy brothers uniquely marked by prominent crosses here, all of which could be at risk if the ACLU prevails at the Supreme Court in getting an order to tear down crosses on national federal properties. So you can see just how far-reaching this case is and what it puts at risk. I have to wonder if the ACLU had these consequences in mind when they launched this anti-cross campaign.